So maybe you've been thinking that you'd like to buy some gold. And I know I've been thinking that I'd like to fix some videos where I talked about buying gold. So I came up with the plan. I've posted quite a few videos covering the different aspects of buying gold, but I've never done a full buyer guide for newcomers to gold. And I'm going to fix that right now. This video is meant to tell you everything you need to know to buy gold or silver without making expensive mistakes. Each part of this guide will be marked as a chapter in the description, so you'll be able to skip directly to that section if you need to come back over time. But by the time we're done here, you should be able to confidently purchase gold and maybe even have a little fun with it. So let's get started. The first thing you need to know is what to buy. And if you're new to gold, you should focus on the most popular type of gold. And here in the United States, it's government-backed bullion coins. Bullion coins are investment-grade coins that don't carry additional numismatic or collector value. So this means you're paying for the gold content plus a reasonable premium above the spot price of gold. The U.S. Mint produces two gold bullion coins each year, the American Gold Eagle and the American Buffalo. The American Gold Eagle is the most popular gold coin in the United States, and it's second only to the South African Krugerrand worldwide. This coin was introduced in 1986 and it comes in 4 sizes, but for now we're going to focus on the 1 ounce size, and this coin contains 1 full ounce of gold. Now if you notice the color is a little different than the others here, that's because it's a 22 karat gold coin, and that means that it's 91.67% gold, and the remaining 8% is copper and silver alloy. That's meant to harden the coin and make it more resistant to wear. But you'll see on the coin that the amount of gold is printed directly on it, and it is 1 ounce of gold. You'll also see that it has a face value of $50. So you could go into a store and buy $50 worth of goods with it. But before you try that, let me know, because I'll buy it from you for $60. And the next coin the U.S. Mint produces is the American Buffalo. So this is a 24 karat gold coin that's refined 9999 fine gold. That's 4 nines. So you'll see it has a lot more yellow color like you'd expect from pure gold. But in most ways it's very similar to the American Gold Eagle. It has the same face value of $50. It's the same outer dimensions, very similar coin. Because it's pure gold though, you will need to keep these coins in capsules, and you'll have to be careful on how you handle them, because gold will scratch and dent very easily. You do not want to let your 4-year-old nephew play with this coin. So if you live in the United States and you're going to buy 1 gold coin, one of these 2 coins would be your best choice. And my recommendation for the new gold buyer would be the American Gold Eagle. But if you feel you'd prefer the aesthetics of pure gold, the Buffalo is a fantastic choice, and it's probably my personal favorite. The Buffalo was introduced in 2006, and both of these coins have been mostly unchanged since their introduction. But the American Gold Eagle will actually be going through a redesign later in 2021. Now, if you don't live in the United States, or if you wanted a non-US gold coin for whatever reason, there are plenty of other popular government-backed options. This Canadian gold maple leaf was the first pure gold bullion coin, and it's one of the most popular gold coins in the world. It was introduced in 1979, and you'll only see slight changes to the coin over time. That includes the purity changing from 3 nines fine to 4 nines fine. But again, regardless of purity, each of these coins has 1 full ounce of gold content. Other popular coin choices would be the South African Krugerrand and the Austrian Philharmonic. And if you live in another country, of course, you'd want to go with the local favorite. And these would include coins like the British Britannia, the Australian Kangaroo, and the Chinese Gold Panda. Now, gold bars are options as well, but they just aren't as popular in the United States. But you can find popular bars produced by Pamps Suisse, Valcambi, Perth Mint, and Royal Canadian Mint. Now, personally, I'd recommend sticking to coins for initial purchases just to keep us focused. Now, the next thing you're going to need to know is how much a gold coin should cost. And the price of gold is going to fluctuate, and it's going to be different for three primary reasons. First, the spot price of gold, which is the value of gold at the moment. And then the next is the premium, which would be like the markup cost above that spot price. And then finally, you'll have sales tax, which rarely applies to 1 ounce gold bullion coins, but it might be a factor. So spot price at any given time can be found with a quick Google search. This is a Kitco chart, and it will show you the current standard price of gold, as well as its performance over time. The premium depends on what you're buying, where you're buying, when you're buying, but you'll find that premium is typically about 5% give or take on 1 ounce gold coins. So if the spot price of gold is about $1,900 like it is in this chart, then the price of that coin might be around $2,000. But you'll see lots of coins with much higher premiums, and if you're new to gold, you should avoid them regardless of how pretty they are or how collectible somebody tells you they might become. So here in the United States, you might find that a gold buffalo coin will cost $2,010, and a gold Canadian maple leaf here might cost $1,980. Now, both of these coins have the exact same amount of gold, but the difference in premium is going to be based on popularity. And in the event that you were selling those very same coins, you would get more back from the gold buffalo here in the United States than you would for the maple leaf. Now, I won't go into this in depth because this is a buyer's guide rather than a seller's guide, but in the event that you wanted to sell your gold coins, you could expect to get about spot price back and not much more. So you'll get a little bit more for a gold buffalo than you will for a Canadian maple leaf, but again, not a whole lot over spot, so just keep that in mind. But if that sounds a little bit scary, the other thing to keep in mind is that the spot price of gold does fluctuate up and down, but over time, it increases. And that brings us to the next part, which is where to buy the coins. Now, the two primary places you can safely buy gold coins are your local coin shops and online bullion dealers. And to find out if you have a local coin shop in your area, then you can do a quick Google search for gold coin shops in Dallas, Texas, or wherever it is that you live. You'll want to weed out the jewelers that come up in that search, and then whatever's left, give them a call. Now, a really easy qualifying question is to ask them if they have any American Gold Eagles in stock. And if they say yes, you've probably found someone who deals with a lot of gold coins. And once you've found a shop, you want to do a little bit of research before you go in to buy. So coin shops are not like car dealerships where they walk you through the process. And the people who run them are a little bit of a mixed bag. They aren't all going to be sweethearts. Now, what I do when I'm traveling is I'll call the shop and I'll ask them if I have a specific coin, and then I'll ask them for the price. So that might be like, hey, do you have any 1 ounce American Gold Eagles in stock? And if they say yes, fantastic. Well, then I'll ask, how much do you get for them right now? And that tells me what they have, but it also tells me what they charge for premium. Now, your local coin shops will typically have the best prices on gold coins, and it's good to be familiar with them just in case you ever want to sell. But you should know that most of their coins will be from the secondary market, and what that means is they won't all be in perfect condition and the selection will be limited. So that shouldn't turn you off from the local coin shop. It just means that you're going to have to shop a little bit. Now, online dealers will typically cost you a bit more, but you'll be able to shop and compare and buy whatever you want. But you have to keep in mind that having hundreds or thousands of options isn't always a good thing. So if you're shopping online, keep in mind that everything I mentioned earlier about gold coins applies here. You always want to start with the most popular coins in your region. Now, online dealers will sell on their websites and other marketplaces like eBay, but if you aren't familiar with the sellers and you want to be confident with your purchase, I recommend going directly to the dealer's website. Now, there are, of course, dozens of options, but for the sake of giving you an easy place to start, I'll give you two. AppMex, which is the screen that I was just showing you, and SD Bullion. Now, AppMex is going to have the widest selection and the fastest shipping, where SD Bullion will have cheaper prices. I have zero dogs in this fight. I'm certainly not being paid by either of those to tell you to go shop there. They just happen to be two options that I know that you could start with. The biggest issue with buying online is that price is tiered depending on your payment method. So paying with a credit card is going to cost you more in premium than if you were to pay through a wire transfer or by sending them a check. That, of course, takes longer. But regardless of whether you prefer to pay cash in person at a local coin shop or you want to go online and buy, I would check both the local coin shop and the online dealers before buying from one or the other. Okay, so up until now, we've talked about 1 ounce gold coins. But if you'd prefer to dip your toe into buying gold, you have other options here as well. The primary sizes for gold bullion are going to be the 1 ounce coin, a 1/2 ounce, a 1/4 ounce, and a 1/10 ounce coin. Now the spot price is the same for each, so a 1/10 ounce gold coin is worth 1/10 the spot price of gold at the time. But the percentage of premium that you pay increases as you go down in size. So it costs more to accumulate an ounce of gold if you buy 10 1/10 ounce gold coins rather than a single 1 ounce gold coin. So that 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle right there might cost about $230, while the 1 ounce Eagle costs $2,000. So 10 of those would cost $2,300, but would be worth the same amount in terms of gold content as that 1 ounce gold coin. Now you'll typically be able to get some of that premium back in a sale, but it'll cost you more to buy gold if you choose fractional gold coins. There's just no way around that. And whether you're new to gold or not, fractional gold coins can still be really good options. I've been buying gold for 12 years and I still buy 1/4 ounce gold coins. These coins will probably cost around $530. Again, that's based on a $1,900 spot price, and that's give or take. So it would cost you more than a single 1 ounce gold coin to accumulate that ounce with these coins as well. But they're a price point decision. So $530 might be an easier purchase each time. Now, if you're trying to buy US Mint coins in fractional sizes, it's only the American Gold Eagle that comes in the fractional sizes. So you can't find American Gold Buffaloes in 1/2, 1/4, or 1/10, except from 2008. And that was a limited run, so they typically cost a lot more. So if you want a fractional gold coin and you want that to be a 24 karat coin, you're going to be looking at other options like this Austrian Philharmonic, which does come in all of those sizes, just like the Canadian Maple Leaf and a number of other popular government-backed coins as well. Okay, so we've covered all of the hard stuff. The last thing you need to know is how to store your gold. Now, when you walk out of the coin shop or you open your shipping box, your coins are going to come in these flips. And if your coin is a 24 karat coin, then you'll want it in a capsule like you see here. And you can find these capsules in a lot of different places. You can find them at the local coin shop. You can find them at online dealer sites, on Amazon, etc. You can also find tubes if you plan to continue to buy. You put your capsules in the tubes, you'll find them at all of the same places. Now, a quick tip on finding the right capsules. AppMex tells you on the product detail pages what size capsule you'll need. And even if you aren't buying from them, it's easy enough to take that info, pick them up from Amazon or wherever you want. Once you have your gold coins protected in those capsules and tubes, it's best to keep them in a personal safe or a safe deposit box. And that is it. Now, there are a lot more details that I cover in individual videos, but that should give you enough to be able to buy gold confidently. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I do my best to respond, and the YouTube community has all kinds of really smart people, and they might jump in as well. So thank you for watching. If you want to know more about gold and precious metals, be sure to subscribe. And if this video was helpful at all, please hit the like button. Thanks and have a fantastic day.